What's up, guys? This is going to be the first video that I'm going to record for this channel, and it's going to entail what the channel is about. It's going to entail who I am, why you should subscribe to me, and also for fitness related advice given on what your current goals are in the gym, what you want to accomplish, losing body fat, gaining muscle, diet, advice, all that kind of stuff I can give you advice for and answers. So a little bit about what this channel is going to be about. This is going to be nothing but about exercise, fitness, strength training, cardiovascular exercise, and nutrition. It's going to be all about that stuff, all the good stuff, all the stuff you need to know in order to achieve the goals that you would like to achieve in the gym. And so a little bit about myself. I'm currently 22 years old. I live in the state of Florida, the Sunshine State. It's beautiful. The only state I know of that it is in the mid-90s a lot of the times through November till about February. It's crazy. So I started weightlifting or lifting weights, or at least going to the gym, or when I thought I knew what I was doing, when I was around 17 years old, when I was in high school, my junior and senior year. I stand 6'1", 6'2", around there, and I was 150 pounds when I first started weightlifting. And you can imagine that's very, very small and thin for someone of my stature. So I wanted to build up my own self-confidence. I wanted to be acknowledged for someone that takes really good care of themselves, and I wanted to just be in overall, better shape. So I started lifting for a couple years, made some progress. All that people talk about when you start first working out is protein. You got to get so much protein for however big you are and however big you want to be. So I would eat. And I also use the excuse, I can eat whatever I want because I'm working out. I'm burning it off. So I got my protein in, but I didn't really care about anything else. I ate the foods that I wanted, I ate when I wanted, and I didn't track anything, and I got up to a whopping 230 pounds. And you say, well, 6'1", 6'2" for 230 pounds isn't that big for someone of your height. And I'd be like, well, you're right if you go about it the correct way. I wasn't going about it the correct way. I was real chubby. One of the first places my fat likes to go, right there, baby. I had a bad double chin. I had a huge waistline. I think I was like a 38. I used to be big, man, but I was strong. I gained some good strength. I was repping with 275 pounds on bench, and that's all that people care about is how much you bench. You know what? There's a lot of other things that are more important than bench. I'll tell you about that right now. I'll tell you about that a little bit later on. But so I really started getting serious, I would say, about my weightlifting experience, and I really started to track what I was eating, and I gave myself plenty of rest time because you don't want to overtrain. A lot of people talk about overtraining when you work out. I didn't care about that as long as I was increasing my numbers. I'm doing good. So I would say the healthiest I was probably when I weighed 190 to 195 pounds at 6'1", and that was my best. My strongest was, I would have to say, was probably October of 2014. 190 pounds. I was really strong with my dumbbell bench. I thought that was probably the most impressive thing that I could do. I could do 110-pound flat dumbbell bench for sets of 10. On a good day. And I had a pretty decent deadlift, I would say. My deadlift was about 505 pounds, and my squat, I wasn't real serious about squats until the end of last year. I could rep 315 for box squats, but it's not as impressive as, regular 315 without the box there, because you're resting and then you're pushing yourself back up. But something really bad happened to me October of last year, and I got in a serious car accident on the interstate traveling to visit a lady friend of mine. So I was on the interstate, and I was going about 80 miles an hour, and I ended up sideswiping a car that was in another lane. In fact, it was really bad because I didn't check my blind spot, so I clipped the car, and it caused me to get out of control because it's hard to, keep your car, on the right track when you're going 80 miles an hour and you hit something. So I spun out of control, my vehicle flipped twice, and I hit a pine tree that was on the side of the road. And, I'll actually show a picture of the vehicle because it's actually a miracle that I'm still alive. I was airlifted to the hospital. I woke up. I thought I was in my own bed at first because I was all, I didn't know it at the time, but I was all pumped full of drugs. And they said I was in a medically induced coma for 5 days. And I was like, no shit. I had broken my left leg. I had broken 3 of my ribs on my left side. I had a concussion. I had bleeding in the brain. I had an impinged shoulder, which is close to not dislocated. It's close to a torn rotator cuff. It still is really bad. I still can't shoulder press worth a crap with my left arm. And I also, they had to do exploratory surgery on my stomach, so I have a cut from like here all the way down almost to my crotch area where they sliced me open like a dissected frog. It's pretty gnarly. I had 2 collapsed lungs as well, so I had to relearn how to breathe and everything. So I'm basically having to start from the bottom again. Like, I lost a lot of muscle mass. I came out of the hospital weighing 170 pounds, and I'm currently 183 right now, because I finally got back to the gym. I finally got my metabolism going again, and I'm finally starting to make progress again. And it feels like, it's really a bummer, man, when you had all that strength and you got to work from the bottom again. Started from the bottom, now we're here, like Drake says. I'm getting back to it, man, but it's going to be a long, hard road. I have disabilities. My left leg, now that there's a pole in it, since it's been broken and been mended, it's mended now. I do cardiovascular stuff and squats again, and deadlifts, which is my favorite exercise. I can do all of that again, but the only problem is that my left foot actually has very limited range of motion. I'll share that with you another day because it affects my squatting big time. So this channel is going to be all about helping people achieve greatness. Everyone can achieve greatness. Don't listen to the naysayers that say you can't do this and you can't do that. You can do anything that you set your mind to, because I did it. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to climb and climb and climb and climb that ladder and hit it again. I'm going to hit it harder than I did, previously. And I'll tell you right now, one thing from losing all that muscle and strength, it's really humbling. Because you got to go back in the gym. I remember the first time I did dumbbell bench when I got out of the hospital. I think it was like 30s, 35s, and that was back in January, and it's March. I don't know I think it's March 15th, and just 5 days ago, I hit 80-pound dumbbell bench. So I'm getting my strength back for sure, and it's all about programming. It's all about tracking what you're doing in the gym, and it's about pushing yourself to the limit. You got to push yourself to that point where you don't think you can do anymore, and then you go past that. You got to break the barrier. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and you really give me a chance because, working out, fitness, weightlifting, it's my passion. And I'm going to do it until the day I die. It's the number one thing that I like. I'll take it over anything. I'll take it over girls. I'll take it over parties. I'll take it over money. I have that. If I had to choose one thing, it'd be lifting weights. So that's a little bit about me, and that's a little bit what this channel is going to be about. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you stay tuned for the next one. Have a great day, guys.